solving two-step equations, but today we're going to do some sort of cleanup before we solve our two-step equations. So that might be things like clearing fractions, combining like terms, simplifying, and other stuff before we get to just the same lesson that we had yesterday. So you see we have 4x plus 6 minus 2x equals 14. And just incidentally, whenever you have a minus, that's the same thing as adding a negative. They mean the same thing. 1 minus 2 is the same thing as 1 plus negative 2. It doesn't matter. Having it be plus a negative, though, may help you to remember to keep your sign when you're combining like terms. So remember that a like term is something that has the same variable raised to the same power. I have 4x here. I'm going to circle that so that I know that that's the term I'm talking about. Do you see any other x's on this side of the equation that I can combine it with?
Yeah.
What? The negative 2x. Because here I've got an x and here I've got an x. If I have x's over here, these are not like terms yet because they're on the other side of the equation. So I'd have to move them over here first. But just on this side of the equation, I can go ahead and combine this and this. That's the combining like terms step. So I'm going to look for that. 4x's minus 2x's is 2x's. Anytime that you combine like terms or do any simplifying, you need to then bring down the rest of your terms, recopy it so you have a nice new problem to work with. This 6, I can't do anything with it. I can't combine it with the 14 because the 14 is on the other side of the bridge. It's on the other side of the equal sign. So I'm going to bring the 6 down. It keeps its sign. It's a positive 6 here, so it's going to stay positive right here. Equals. Didn't have to do anything to the 14. The 14 comes down too. So look, now I have my regular two-step equation from yesterday. 2x plus 6 equals 14. So remember that yesterday we looked at what happened first, what happened second, and then did it in reverse order to get rid of it. Okay, the 2 multiplies times the x, then the 6 is added, according to, please excuse me for reading Sally. So that means that in reverse order, I'm going to have to get rid of this positive 6 and then the 2. I will subtract 6 because positive 6 minus 6 is 0. So I get 2x plus 0, because these cancel out, equals 14. And remember that 2x plus 0 is the same as just 2x. I'm writing that intermediary step so that you guys see that when you have a positive 6 and you subtract it, that's why. The reason why we're subtracting 6 from each side, the reason why we are subtracting 6 is so that it will turn into 0. And then I almost forgot to do it to the other side, but everything you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. 14 minus 6 is 8. All right. So now I'm left with just a simple one-step equation, and that is 2x equals 8. Remember that 2x, when they're written right next to each other, you're multiplying, very good, and the opposite of multiplying is divide. If I divide on this side, I have to also divide on that side. 2 divided by 2 is 1. X equals 4, and what is 1 times x? 1 times x is just x. So now we do have x by itself. This is my final answer. To go back then and check and make sure that we did it correctly, let's plug it in and see. 4 times 4 plus 6 minus 2 times 4 should equal 14. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 6 minus 8 equals 14. 16 minus 2 equals 14. 14 equals 14. Oh, good. I get the same thing on each side, so that means that I did do it correctly, and that is how we do this problem.